There we go. Ha! Got it set up. All right. Let's see. We're going to go through Lost Box. This is my Lost Box. So we're going to play around with the camera a little bit just so we can get a good look what I've been playing with. Let's see. Can you tell what that is? Sort of, but not really. We're going to get it better though. Let's talk about Pokemon in our Lost Box. Here we go. So let's see. Cramorant. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Boom. Going through these. Some of these people don't have in theirs, and that's fine. There's not really. Lost Box has a skeleton, and people add to it whatever they want. Really, that's kind of what I like about it. Is it's so versatile. You can really make it do whatever you want. I'm going to change some stuff out today, though. There's some things in here that I think I'm just overthinking it. I'm just overdoing it. I'm trying to do everything all at once. And I've got to not do that. So let's take a look at our Pokemon first. Let's see if we can zoom in a little more. I think I like that better. Yeah, because you can kind of see what I've got going on. Let's see, I've got Drapion in here. Of course, we've got Radiant Greninja, Dragonite, Dominion, Kyogre, Raikou, 4, Comfey, Sableye, and Cramorant. Can I cram all that in the screen? Yes, I can. Look at that. So here's my problem. Consistency. Consistency is the number one thing you need in a deck, in my opinion, right? My limited opinion about this whole thing. So, I'm lacking consistency. I need to get some things out of here, I believe, and add a little bit. So, what I have is a few cards that I'm going to add in for now, because we don't really go to the new format until, I want to say 2 weeks. I can show you how I'm going to change it. Mostly that's just changing up some trainer cards. Some of the things I want to change, let me make sure I've got all my cards over here. Yeah, I do. A lot of these are things that I'd like to add and things I'd like to work in. Let's see. Yep, I need those. I need all of those, I do believe. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, I've got to have more switch cards. What I hate is being one card away from winning. And I've noticed with this deck here, I've been one card away from winning several times. It's very annoying. So we're probably going to take out Kyogre. Kyogre, I like Kyogre a lot. This is the Kyogre with Aqua Storm. And, you discard the top 5 cards of your deck and then choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage for each energy card. So, it takes a lot of setup for this card. It's a last attempt. You can get 4 prize cards with it if you knock out Pokemon V. And you're doing 250 damage if you can get it to full power and if you can get it to hit. The problem for me is I've yet to make this card work in this deck, and that's a problem for me. So if it's a card that I can't seem to use, I really don't want to play it anymore because it's taken away from the consistency of what I have already. So what we're going to do, we're going to take out Kyogre, even though he's a holo. He looks good. We're probably going to add another Cramorant. Adding another Cramorant is going to give us a faster attack turn 1. For me, in my opinion, you want to go second if you're playing Lost Box. And that's because if you go second, first round you go second, you can play supporters and you can attack. And the biggest thing with Lost Box is potentially you could get 7 cards in the Lost Zone on turn 1 and be able to get Mirage Gate going. We haven't talked about Mirage Gate yet, but you could potentially get that going. So I feel like with the way the meta's going, 2 Cramorant in here and the rest of this kind of stays. I feel like this is probably a better setup for the Pokemon side of it. I like Lumineon. I wish I had the Hawlucha that does the 2 damage counters, the 2 damage counter effect from, hopefully I can pull one in Scarlet and Violet, because I've got some Scarlet Violet ETBs from the Pokemon Center. So we'll see how that goes. But these are your Pokemon, at least for my Lost Box. And Comfey is in here to get cards in the Lost Zone. Cramorant with 4 cards in the Lost Zone can attack with no energy. Sableye, of course, is your late game. He can do bench damage, hits for 120, and you can place those damage counters, those 12 damage counters, any way you like. And that can be very strong as long as there's not a Manaphy on the bench. Raikou is in here for our Lugia matchups and for drawing. And also, turn 2, he can start attacking, and depending on how full your bench is, you can throw up 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 120 damage. With a V-Belt, or with a Choice Belt, you can do 150, and if they have Pokemon on their bench, you're doing even more. So it's not a bad attacker. Luminion's here just for search. If we happen to not pull a Colossus Experiment in our first hand, those first 7 cards, and we get Luminion, we'll play Luminion, we'll find our Colossus Experiment, and we'll play it. And we could even get to Irida with Luminion, who would allow us to find another water Pokemon like Cramorant and find a Battle VIP Pass, which would let us pull more basics, load up our bench. You have to be careful now loading up your bench, because there is Collapse Stadium out there. There's Avery that can make you discard 2 cards from your bench, and that can hurt us a little bit. There's Clara is in this deck as well to kind of help combat that. Radiant Greninja is in here for draw support and for bench damage as well. You can use Moonlight Shuriken and do 90 damage to 2 Pokemon, and this attack does hit for weakness on the active Pokemon, but not on the benched Pokemon. So if you're a matchup against a fire Pokemon and you used Moonlight Shuriken, it would actually do 180. And Drapion, of course, is in here for Mew, but has the added advantage of helping out with Lugia. If there's enough Rapid Strike Pokemon on the board, it can, hit for free against Lugia as well, doing 190. And Dragonite is in here for pure power. Honestly, just power. 250 with 3 energy at 230 HP is amazing. It really is. There's not a whole lot that can stand up to that. And right now with the meta, the way it's going towards those 2-stage Pokemon like Gardevoir EX, if you can knock out the Ralts or the Kirlia before they can evolve, that's the best way to go, because when it evolves to the Gardevoir EX, we have to try to get our Drapion out, because at 310 HP, that thing is hard to knock out. It's going to be a struggle for Lost Box. Unless multiple turns, you're going to be losing prize cards. It's just tough. Whereas we have the Lugia weakness, we have the Mew weakness. Arceus out there, I'm not too concerned about the Arceus Duraludon matchup. I think we can get through that with some Escape Ropes and some Dragonite and just make that happen. But these are the Pokemon that I'm going to go with now that I've made the change. We took out Kyogre, we added in Cramorant. We might actually add in, how many do we have? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've thought about adding in Zapdos. I've got Galarian Zapdos in here. The Snorlax, so this is a card that a lot of people put in here. It's the Snorlax with Unfazed Fat. And it does 180. What I don't like about it is that he's also asleep after that. So, you know, it kind of, to me, it outweighs its usefulness. No joke intended there. That it's asleep, you can't do anything. You have to escape rope, switch it back in to get it to attack. Not a fan of that. But it is a popular card in this kind of deck. And maybe it does, you know, doing 180. There's so many Pokemon that Cramorant can't one-hit knock out that Snorlax can, but you still have to get Mirage Gate going. That's why I'm not a fan of Snorlax. We're going to put him up here off camera just in case we decide to change our mind. There's the Galarian Zapdos that I've seen people using that I like using. The only drawback to Galarian Zapdos is as we move to EX Pokemon, it's going to be less useful in, let's say, the Gardevoir matchup, but it does hit Arceus' weakness. As long as there's not a Dunsparce on the bench, should be good. It's going to be able to one-hit an Arceus easily. And, you know, with the way Lugia plays and with the way Arceus plays, it would be good against that. That's another consideration if I wanted to add another Pokemon. I've got to get more switches in here. I've noticed I don't have enough switch. I don't have Manaphy. A lot of people like to play Manaphy in here. I don't have him in here. Mostly because I don't see a lot of people attacking the bench as much as they used to. And so I don't feel the need to put Manaphy in here. Skyseal Stone is another one that's multiple prizes for V-Star V-Max. Well, I'm not seeing a lot of V-Star and V-Max right now in my local tournaments, so I haven't really put it in there. We're playing Forest Seal Stone. Don't have Choice Belt. Let's see, what we're going to put in. This is some of the stuff I'm going to look at later. But I want to work these guys in because I got some hollow support cards that I want to work in. And a Psychic with the Pokemon Play logo on it. And Stormy Mountains too. So we're going to work those guys in over here as well. So we took out Kyogre. We're going to move on. These are the Pokemon right now. Look, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about Snorlax. I'm thinking about Galarian Zapdos. I'm going to look at some lists online. Zamazenta is in here too, the one prizer. That's got the revenge attack. You know, maybe. I don't know. You can't have everything in your deck. That's the problem. If you try to have everything in there, your deck's not going to win. You got to have consistency first. So I try to go with consistency first. I think we can get there with this. We have a few things that are tech. We have our power. We have our draw. We have our search. We have quick attack, late attack, and part of our draw engine and our energy acceleration engine is our Comfey. So that's where we're going to go with that. So we get these guys out of here. So that's the Pokemon. Sableye, Lumineon, Dragonite, Drapion. So we get our consistency up. The next two things are going to really do more with draw acceleration and energy acceleration. Power is the fourth thing you want for your deck. So that's kind of where Dragonite, Drapion, and Raikou come in. Versatility is good too. But energy acceleration and draw acceleration. So Comfey and Radiant Greninja help with the draw. I'll go over energy a little bit later. And we've got to work some of these in. But we're going to look at these too. I mean, we're going to look at our trainer cards because we have a lot, man. We have Serena. We have Escape Rope. We have 4 switches. We have 2 bosses orders. We have 4 Colorless Experiment. I'm going to run out of room. 4 Mirage Gate. Heavy Ball. Choice Belt. Forest Seal. 2 Claras. 2 Energy Recyclers. 4 Battle VIPs. 2 Ultra Balls. 2 Lost Vacuums. And then we get to Airida, Trekking Shoes, Raihan, and Stormy Mountain for a total of, I'm not even sure anymore. It's a lot. It's more than half. I do believe. I believe it's 36, but don't quote me on that. Let me see how many Pokemon we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Pokemon, along with what should be 12 energy, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That will give us 36 trainer cards. Consistency has been a slight problem, but I believe with this batch of cards we can do a little better. I've got to make some tough choices here. Of course, we have to have our 4 battle VIP passes. So these four guys are staying. We're gonna put them up here. I've got to have Lost Vacuum, and I do want 2 Lost Vacuums. So we're gonna put those up here as well. Forest Seal Stone is first search. Swaying Heavy Ball, yes, gotta have those. Dolores' Experiment, 4. Clara, 2. Those are essential. Essential. Along with Mirage Gate. So, those are what's really, really driving this deck. We also need a lot of switch cards, and that's where I'm running into problems. I'm not getting enough switches out there, so we're gonna add some switches and some switch cards and see what we can do with that. So all of these are staying. I'm gonna put those over here for now. And for me, Energy Recycler, I need to have Energy Recycler. Choice Belt is helping with attack. We're gonna have to do something else though, so I think we're gonna have to take out Trekking Shoes, our switches, and add switch carts instead of switches, as we don't have anything that evolves, right? So Trekking Shoes will come out, I'll add in another Escape Rope. I already have 2 Boss's Orders, right? So we're gonna stick with our Boss's Orders. We got 2, we're gonna leave those in. I think Serena might need to come out. I'm still thinking about that one. I like Ultra Ball instead of Nest Ball. Stormy Mountain is one that a lot of people, I don't see a lot of people running in theirs, but Stormy Mountain helps me get to Raikou and Dragonite. And then Irida and Raihan. Irida helps me find Water Pokemon and an item card, which could be Battle VIP Pass, it could be Choice Belt, it could be Escape Rope, it could be Ultra Ball, it could be anything, right? Any kind of item. So I can find Radiant Greninja with an item card. Raihan is the same thing, it can help me attach energy. But yeah, these are some of the tougher decisions that, like, do I need them to stay? I think, yes, I think I do need Stormy Mountain. I thought I had another stadium in here. I'm not seeing it though. I'm also trying to decide if I want to go with Hollow or with the play. So I think we'll probably go with the play. We'll make that little change real quick. Put that over here. Pull this guy over here. We'll put Stormy Mountain in. And let's see. I've got my Hollow Choice Belt. Or my regular Choice Belt. Put that guy in here. And I've got Boss's Orders, Hollow, Cyrus. Oh wait, he's already Hollow. Hey, look at that. I can take out that Boss's Order and have 2 Hollow Boss's Orders. Look at that. Nice. They just play better, okay? Ask anybody. Alright, do we want Stormy Mountain? Do we want... Just Trekking Shoes needs to come out. I'm just going to go ahead and make that call. We're going to take that out. Here's the thing. I'm gonna add another Escape Rope. Let me find my potentials list over here. Add my Escape Rope in here and see. There's a switch cards, so I've gotta add those in. Yep, for those. I wanted to add Echoing Horn as well, but I just don't see where I can put that in yet. And I thought I had another escape rope in here, but I'm not finding it. Let's see. We got these four. We're gonna take out some switches. Let's check the box again. I have a box of cards that I keep that just have very useful cards that I like for play. That if I need to make a change, I can. Thought about adding that guy in there if I was going to add in the Snorlax piece, but I have not done that yet. Well, shoot. Thought I had all this set up. Cannot find. Oh, there it is. Found it. No. I know. I just saw it. Oh, is it in my other? Let's see if it's in my other deck. Let's see. There's one. Nope. Put a Wanda on. I know I had one. Put that there. We're gonna search and see here. Judge. Yeah. Whoop. There's one. All right. So we can take him out. We'll use another escape rope. So we'll throw him in. We will not add wind up arm just yet. I like wind up arm. But wind up arm would be used for the Snorlax when it's asleep. It can still attack when it's asleep. A little sneaky in there. People aren't expecting the wind up arm. There's probably a reason for that because you don't see it in other decks. You know what? Maybe it's just not a good idea to put it in there. It's like I don't see a lot of experience boost cards being used because once you use it, it ends your turn. But even though it lets you get to that evolution faster, then you're done for that turn. So I added 4 because I'd like to see if I can fit a 4th one in here. I like the number of energy that I have. I do not want to change that at this point because I run out of energy quickly. Maybe that's just me though. Maybe I just don't manage my energy the way that I should. So could just be a me thing. I want to keep the Serena and the Ultra Balls in there. I don't know if I've explained this yet, but you get a lot of cards in your hand playing Lost Zone, and you need a way to I need a way to discard those, like some of the energy. Sometimes will get into my hand, and I need to discard those to the discard pile. And when I do that, I can use Energy Recycler, put those back in the deck. I use Mirage Gate to power up my Pokemon, and it works out. I need to test the Wind Up Arm deck. Probably test that out online. But Switch Cart adds the switching ability and a healing ability. So I think it's a little bit better if my Pokemon actually survives the hit. So we will put those guys in there. We've got our 3, so we know we need our 2 Energy Recyclers. Gonna use Stormy Mountains, Choice Belt, Ultra Ball. So okay, we're gonna keep our Choice Belt. We're gonna take out an Ultra Ball. I know. I don't like it either, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna take out our Ultra Ball. We're gonna put in our escape rope. All right, that gets us to 4 escape ropes. That gets us to 2 cards that can discard energy, along with Radiant Greninja can discard energy to get it back into the discard pile so we can get it back into our deck. So I think this is going to help us with our consistency. So 1 Serena, 1 Ultra Ball, 4 escape ropes, 1 choice belt, Stormy Mountains to help us search for Raikou and Dragonite, Energy Recycler to get those energies back in the deck, Switch Cart so we can switch whenever we feel like without having to use an energy or something, Boss's Orders, 2 of those, 4 Mirage Gates for energy, our 2 Claras to get Pokemon back out of our discard, and maybe even energy in our hand, 4 Chloris' Experiment to get cards in the Lost Zone and help with draw acceleration, Heavy Ball to search our prize cards, 4 Silstone to search our deck in case we need something, or we don't have something that we need at the time, like maybe a Chloris' Experiment, maybe a Lost Vacuum, something like that. So 2 Lost Vacuums, by the way, and 4 Battle VIP passes. That's 36 of those. So that should be well-rounded enough to win, I think. Adding a little bit more consistency, a little bit more switch, able to move a little faster. I'm gonna have to do a card count after this to make sure I still have this. So like I said, we have our 5 lightning, 5 electric energy, 5 water energy here, and our 2 psychic energy. That's how we're powering this deck. That gives us 12 energy. Because inevitably, you get an energy in the Lost Zone, and guess what? You can't get it back out. Let's count these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that again, because I tried to pull one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 10. So we still included Irida and Raihan. I've left them off over here on the side, so those guys are going in as well. It's 10. And that's 60 cards. And that's going to be our lost box for this coming Thursday. We can also build this on TCG Live, and we'll probably go ahead and do the Snorlax build with the wind-up arm, and maybe play 2 Irida in that build and just kind of see what happens with it. So, getting this thing going. The next problem is getting it all shuffled back together once it's put in, because now if you don't shuffle this thing up, everything's just going to be stuck together and it will not work. So now I get to shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Hit the thing. Alright, here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's stop that. And I'll take from the middle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Take from here. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Alright, we're going to cut one time. We're going to take this. Shuffle it again. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle that. Dun, 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 dun. Push this through. Get this in. Yep. We're going to shuffle it again. Shuffle it again. We're going to pull that first 7 and see what happens with it. Alright. We'll cut that. There we go. Alright. So, here we go. First 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. Not bad. So we'd be forced to put Sableye out there first. The way we'd play this hand. We want to go second. If we don't go second, that's fine. Let's see what our prizes are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of energy, and Radiant Greninja is prized. It's okay because we would play heavy ball either way. So first turn goes, we want to go second, so we're going to pretend like we went second, right? Here we go. So we would battle VIP pass for 2 Comfey. Get that out of the way. We would heavy ball for Radiant Greninja. We would use, let's see. We get our Comfey out here. We would use an Escape Rope, Flower Select, Escape Rope, Flower Select, Radiant Greninja. Let's see. No, I guess we'd use Serena since we go second. Get rid of the discard this card here. Draw 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Going into Clara Mirage Gate. Boss's orders. If we wanted to battle VIP, we could battle VIP again, pull another Comfey, attach for turn, or pull another Comfey, don't attach for turn, use Radiant Greninja, conceal cards, grab 2 more, see what's going on with this. All right, got a handful of opportunity. Get some energy back if we needed to with Clara. It just depends on what happens after this, but we would definitely want to probably want to Ultra Ball. It just depends on what we draw next. If they go, let's draw. That'll be IP pass. Yeah, we'd Ultra Ball that away and maybe a Clara. Grab our Cramorant. Get Cramorant out here. Do some flower selecting, all that good stuff. And we just keep going, right? Not a bad first hand. Kind of shows you how quickly things can get going with Lost Box. You can get to 7 on round 1 if you have the right hand. If you get 7 in the Lost Sun, you can use Mirage Gate to get some energy going, and then you're hitting for, man, you could be hitting for 250 turn 1 if you can get to Mirage Gate, if you have it in your hand. So good stuff. It's a good first hand. Let's put that back in here. Let's do one more. I'll go a little bit more detailed this time. We'll see what happens here. That's good. We're just gonna get that going there. Gonna do our stack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stack that. Stack it. Split it. Going to shuffle that together. We're going to cut that. We're going to draw our 7. Here comes the first 7. Here we go. Lost Vacuum. Water Energy. Switch cards. Switch cards. Escape Rope. Switch card. Oof. That'll be IP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We mulligan. Alright. Nope, nope. Come out of there. Come out of there. All right. 1 mulligan. Yep. We're going to work these in just like that. I'm going to get another shuffle. Gonna get another cut. Alright. And switch card. Escape Rope. Dragonite. Oh, that is not a good one to start with. Serena, Energy, Escape Rope, and ooh, man, that would be a tough starting hand, guys. Gotta play it though. Man, oh man. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Tough, 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 tough. Let's get our prizes. Comfy. Chloris Experiment. Clara. Psychic Energy. Drapion. Battle VIP. Man. It's good prizes. Good prizes. We go second, right? So let's go. Alright. Chloris' Experiment. Not bad. Not bad now. Serena or Chloris' Experiment. We need to get cards in the Lost Zone, so we're going to play Chloris' Experiment. We're going to draw these 5. 1, 2, 3, gosh. 4, wow, and 5. That is terrible. Terrible. El Terrible. So many switches. Energy Recycler. Energy. Man. You know, not knowing what's in my prize cards, I would probably give up. Well, I've already got Lightning and Water in my hand. So we would probably go this way. We're gonna Lost Zone those guys, pull in these guys. That does not help us at all though. We can, what are we gonna do? Attach for turn? Let's just attach for turn. There we go. Boom. That's terrible. Alright, next turn. Another Chloris' Experiment. Here we go. Let's play that. Let's see what we get. 1, finally. 2, 3, 4. Where were you first turn? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I hate to put another Water Energy over there, but I know I've only got one Sableye. I've got a Cramorant now, so I can get some offense going, because we have 4 in the Lost Zone. Got a Mirage Gate. We got our Sableye. We've attached for our first turn. Of course, Experiment is over here. Mirage Gate. We will not put Sableye down. We'll put Cramorant down. We can play Switch Cart, or in this case, Escape Rope. Just depends on what our opponent has over there, right? Depends on what they have. But we're going to play Switch Cart. We're going to get Dragonite out of there, put Cramorant down. We're going to spit innocently after we attach for turn, of course. We're going to spit innocently and go from there. No way Dragonite stays up for another turn, though. He gets KO'd, I'm telling you. Arceus or Lugia is just going to knock that out. Mew VMAX, he's gone. There's 2 prizes right there. He'll get bossed up and taken out. Then we'll have to play Sableye to the bench. Serena, though, could help stall for a little bit. Next card, Lumineon. Okay. We would play Lumineon to the bench, and we would search for another Chloris' Experiment in our deck and hope for the best. Yep. Boom. Get that guy out. A little shuffle action. Get this thing going. Shuffle. Let our opponent cut. Do the cut action. There we go. We would then immediately play Chloris' Experiment, and we would look at those 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, man. Okay, so this is our 5 we're looking at. This is our hand. Okay. We want to keep our Mirage Gate. We've already put, I think Rahan goes in there. I think Cramorant goes in there. I've already got Cramorant on the board. I need these energy. We're going to do that. It's tough. I mean, it's a tough choice. It's very situational. Still haven't run into any Comfey. I have 4 in the deck. I know I have 4 in this deck. So that part is tough, but comes the breaks. So that's the first couple hands of what we kind of look like. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll have more Lost Zone content and more Pokemon content. I've got the Scarlet and Violet ETB opening coming up, so that should be good. And, you know, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you try Lost Box. You know, build one of your own, and you can look them up anywhere. Limitless TCG is another great resource for tested decks that have won at championships and tournaments. Great place to start. And have a good day. Thank you.